Gamers? Oh shit, my voice booster isn't on. That's crazy, man. You won't be able to hear me. Oh shit, you can hear me now. That's crazy. Imagine being able to hear. Could not be me. Could not be me. Not at all. Never. Was never. Jason? Jay's son? What did Kojima mean by this? Something to think about. Hey brother, what's up? Share some of your clickly clackies with us. If you do, we'll share a sneaky secret with you. I don't have any. I keep dying. I keep dying. For real. Alright, we're so back. We're so back. It's crazy how back we are. I keep forgetting, where did I die? Is it up here? We're gonna beat this boss. One death at a time. I promise. You can trust me. You get 24, hey? Maybe we'll go get that secret for 10 rosaries. Might as well. While we're still here. At least it's not like spoilers for Hollow Knight, where like the guy tries to attack you every time you do it. I'm gonna beat this game one death at a time. What's up, gamer? Share some of your clickety clackities with us. Give 10. Sure. Take it. Oh, into Griddle's pockets they go. For you a secret to remember, a spy. Beneath here and further on, the burly bellheads have a big, hot, gleaming hive full of all sorts of tasty snitchables. But there's this big gate they got down in its belly, shut tight, locked up. If you could wriggle through, you'd get your claws on all kinds of goodies. What else you got? Oh, share some of your clickety clackities with us. Oh, you need 15. That's crazy. Oh, greedy are you? Mean to little snitch bugs like us won't survive out there without our secrets. Oh, no, no. I hate you. Sorry, what did I say? Did I say anything? I did not say anything. Alright. You know, sometimes I think about how the UK... In the UK, they use pounds as a currency, but they're not the fat country. It's crazy that the country that uses pounds as a currency is not the fat one. It's America. So how do I dodge your shit? Oh fuck! It's not going well, dude. Oh shit. I feel like it would be nicer if I could like dodge out of the way. But apparently that's a skill issue. I just don't know how to do that. So my understand so he pops off out of the ground, right? And then you have to dodge the other way. And then he starts attacking you. I found the game. This is the new game. Come with me on adventures, brother. This isn't working. Anyway, so he pops up out of the ground. This is the only way I'll remember this for tomorrow when I come back and play this game. So he pops out of the ground. He swipes at you. So you gotta run away. And then you might be able to go in for a hit. Probably with the dash. And then... with the down dash. And then that's the best you're probably gonna get out of that. Oh, what was up here again? Fucking nothing. Never mind. Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's it for Silksong today. quite a short stream. Damn. God damn. Demamba. On Gorsh. That's it for Silksong. Try to storms. There you go. Might as well turn off stream. I don't need it anymore. Oh, did I shut down the computer? Fuck. I did not want to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, 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 no. Don't shut down. Skill issue, if I do say so myself. It's a bad joke. It's such a bad joke. I can't even say it. I can't even say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. It's just such a bad. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not. Dude, you think it's a little crazy that did you guys do you guys even remember Death Stranding 2 came out this year? It's a little crazy to think about. Mr. Strand, the second one, actually came out this year. The Strandiest. I had no idea, brother. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Looks like shit is being delivered. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Da 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 da. Okay. Wait, is that the only one that's on transit? Okay, I'll investigate this later. I got a stream to run. Professional streamer. I want you to know, so like I'm clipping all my streams, right? I want you to know I'm like 20 streams behind. I gotta just sit down and fucking clip those streams, man, before they get before they start getting deleted. Because that's an issue, right? That comes up. Shit starts getting deleted. Yeeted and deleted. Remember when we used to say that? Those were good times, wasn't it? Those were good times. Yeah, Death Stranding 2 came out this year. I'm sure it'll win a reward of some kind. I do not think it was Game of the Year. Death Stranding 2. I think Silksong's going to win. My money's on Silksong. IMO. IMO for real this time. Don't crash, please. Thank you. Did not crash. Did not crash. I mean, Expedition could win. It's Silksong or Expedition 33. It's one of the two. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else being released this year that even like is on the on any level of those games. Like it's actually, I'm actually curious now. Let me pull up a private window here. Also, I just realized, or hold on, I want to adjust this. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Cannot complain about that. Oh shit. Maybe I just leave it like that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Not too bad. Not too bad. You just cut a little bit off the top there, and then that's it. That's all. That's all she wrote. Sick. What I wanted to look up here is games that came out in 2025. Let's look this one up. I should do this on Google. Fucking Edge. Google.com. Why is come in Google in the address bar? Sorry, what? Games that came out in 2025. There we go. What did I say? I didn't say anything. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, Barry. Why is that? I don't know why it does this. Order. Move to top. What? Fit to screen? I don't know why OBS does this sometimes. Center to screen. I just, huh. That's so stupid. Okay, window capture. There we go. Well, that one worked for some reason. I probably don't need to see the address bar at the top. We can remove that. And fit to screen. And it just fucking disappears. What the fuck? What just happened? Center to screen. Why is my screen up there? What? Okay, I think we figured out the issue here. How is that? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, at least this is kind of... Wait, what? How is this? How is this happening? Okay, you can throw it there. What if we just throw it up? Transform, fit to screen. There we go. Oh, it's the browser sources. It's fucked up. Okay, just remove this. Yes, and remove the display. Yes, sir. And then... fit to screen. Remove that. What? How did you get so big all of a sudden? That's what she said. Wait, what? So... Oh, it groups it all together, so it forces all of them to do the same thing. Well, that's stupid. I don't want it to do that. Okay, that's so stupid. Why? Sorry. Can I do it now? Does it work now? Okay. Theoretically. Theoretically it's working now. Yeah, I can probably make this window bigger. Not a big deal. Cannot complain. What I can do here... just remove a little bit the edge there on that side, so you don't need to see the scroll bar. The scroll bar. Anyway, so what did it release? What released this year? Shadows is crazy. Okay. Finally getting to do what the fuck we came here to do. Borderlands 4. I mean, my friends are having fun with that, but I don't know if I am. Oh, the Snake Eater remake, kind of sick. Haven't played that one. Cannot comment on that one. Doom Dark Ages was this year. That's crazy. I actually, yeah, you're right. It was this year. It was this year. What the hell's the Blueprints? What the heck is that? I've heard of this game. It's an anime game. Okay. Well, interesting. What else was here? Civ 7? Oh shit, I actually forgot about that. Civ 7 was this year. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. I may or may not know about that game. Night Rain. Oh yeah, Night Rain was this year. I wonder if Night Rain's even going to be in the running for anything. Huh. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Night Rain would be interesting. It might get like best multiplayer nomination. I don't know if it'll win best multiplayer, but it definitely, I feel like there's two directors that Jeff really likes. One of them is Kojima and one of them is Miyazaki. So I mean, everyone loves Miyazaki, let's be real. Silent Hill F, I I don't know. It might get best adventure. I'm gonna be real. Silent Hill F is just. I just don't like the game. I just don't like the game. Claire Obscure and Hollow Knight. It's crazy. It's interesting that Hollow Knight Silksong is not on this list. Because I feel like Silksong is probably one of the top games that released this year. Stands on its own in comparison to all these games. Like Death Stranding 2, Expedition 33, and yeah, well, I guess for some reason they don't want to talk about Silksong. For some reason. Okay. I'm not gonna fuck around with groups anymore, because groups are... I don't know why they work like this, but okay. Yeah, looks like I'm not fucking around with groups anymore. They are stupid. That kinda sucks though, because it really did make things easier. Browser... full. OBS is go crazy for real this time. Death counters. Why did I have a separate one for Night Rain? I don't need that anymore. Shit. God, there's so much shit here. Holy heck. Okay, so that's that. Oh yeah. To be fair, chat should be at the top. Move to top. Yeah, chat should be at the top. That way I can always flame my chatters when they're in the stream. So I should really just try and focus in on this and try to finish this. I really want to, bro. I really want to. Don't get me wrong. You're getting me wrong, bro. How could you? How could you get me wrong for real this time? So let's go to this. Quickly, I just need to change my category because I'm actually in Demon Souls now. Demons. Souls. Like Soul Calibur. For real this time. Alright, Demon Souls done. Demon Souls. It's like Soul Calibur, but with souls. Valley Defilement. You got Shrine of Storms here. I think I was talking about Shrine of Storms last time. It's been so long. There we go. So the adjudicator, he's not exactly a great guy, to put it lightly. He's got his own shield, doesn't he? The shield is right here, actually. Let me read up on that. Large wooden shield that depicts a brightly colored scene of the deceased being judged. On the other side is an epigram. On the other side, an epigram is carved in old script. Cowardly acts and the eating of birds must not be the deeds of a hero of storms. If the one being judged displeases the adjudicator's master, the Golden Crow. So the adjudicator is that big fat guy. The crow is the master. And it seems to some degree they even worship the birds. I wonder, this is probably just a theory of mine, but I wonder if the dead are turning into the storm beasts. Seeing as they worship the storm beasts. I wonder. It's something to think about. I don't have any proof of that. But it seems like dead souls, the souls of the dead, may be what is turning into the soul. Because what we know, what it seems like is that the old one needs a conduit to create a demon and needs a mass of souls to create a demon. So it's possible. It seems the souls of the dead may be what is turning into the demon, into the storm beasts. And that's another thing to note, that they actually worshipped the sky. Well, they worshipped a lot of things, apparently. They worshipped fighting and death itself. They also worship the sky. The barbarians of Shrine of Storms used to worship the storm itself and the birds that lived in it. And the adjudicator, it seems like the adjudicator is almost like a corpse, and the golden crow is the one that's moving it around. Adjudicator's master, the golden crow. The deceased soul will be gnawed upon until nothing but bones remain. So the enemies we're fighting are the ones that have been rejected. Yeah. I guess the enemies that we're fighting, the skeletons. Dude, I just realized something. So take your hand, rest it on the back of your neck, just itch the back of your neck a little bit. You can hear that inside of your ear. Fucking crazy. Inside your ear, you can hear yourself itching. That's so weird. Alright. Like from the inside of your ear. Anyway, reminds me of that story of like how when people go to rooms that are like deathly quiet, that are designed to be extremely quiet, and then you're just not used to it, you start to hear like the sound of your own blood going through your body. It's kind of sick. It's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. So conflict, there might have been some kind of conflict between the Shadowmen and the Stormbeats. Not really clear, seeing as there's a bunch of dead ones. And it seems like all the skeletons that we fight in this game are the skeletons we fight in Shrine of Storms are likely the ones that were the bodies of people that were rejected by. It's a very shamanistic culture, I suppose. What does she say in the intro? What was the intro again? Okay, let me pull up the intro of the game. YouTube. Sorry. I could probably even watch my own intro, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Is this the monumental?
The legend spread quickly, and Sage Frake the vision.
Monumental cutscene, that one. Let me see that one again. Because I think this
We have
really
long
speaks a
awaited
lot.
you, Slayer of Demons.
It's really loud. Sorry.
I am one of the monumental to the soul arts.
Just gonna speed it
Till
up.
a lust for power caused the awakening of the old one.
Don't you just love that
Across the
YouTube
land,
is
seek the
pay-gating
colorless
4
deep.
times speed?
And the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the old one back to his slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and half the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what land still remained, we entrusted 6 elders with 6 precious archstones.
It says a lot about what
To the
each
king
area
of a
was.
small yet diligent land. 1 to the king of the burrowers underground. 1 to the wise queen of the great ivory tower. 1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls.
And this one seemed the queen of the ivory tower. It seems like Latria, that's the same queen that ended up getting killed by the old monk. I think it's literally the same queen.
1 to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls. 1 to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen.
Oh, these guys are the shaman. Tempest worshipping shadowmen.
And last to the great giants of the northern lands. The arch stones were placed at nodes across the old one inside this nexus, and banned the soul up. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Now it is your... Alas, the other one. Now...
I see. Okay. We'll make do. Okay, that makes sense. So... it's making sense now. Things are making sense. Imagine that. Cannot believe things would make sense. Why would you make sense in my video game? For real. So the skeletons, so they were the yeah, this I was thinking about it, like this feels very shamanistic, this whole area of the world. Extremely shamanistic. Skeletons we fight are likely the bodies of the people that were rejected by the adjudicator. A gluttonous mass that judged the dead before being honored. It's almost like the Shrine of Storms. Okay, well, I guess it is a shrine, hey? Within the shrine's walls. And part of me wonders if the adjudicator... well, the adjudicator turned into a demon, but I don't know. Maybe the adjudicator was always there. Or did he come... yeah, skeletons we fight are usually... sorry. Nobody actually dies here. The skeletons we fight are likely the bodies of the people that were ejected by the adjudicator. A gluttonous mass that judged the dead before being honored within the shrine's walls. Like they worship the storm and the birds that lived in it. My brain is working really fast right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. That rejected. The skeletons we fight are likely the bodies of people that were rejected by the adjudicator, a gluttonous mass that judged the dead before being honored within the shrine's walls. It is unclear if the adjudicator Aldaris existed before the demons, before the plague of the demons, or was given life because of the old one. Maybe his gluttony would was exasperated. Exasperated is a bad word for this. His gluttony was increased. Increased. It is unclear if the adjudicator existed before the plague of the demons or was given power because of the old one. Maybe his gluttony was, I don't know, what's the word? What's a word for this? I'm gonna reveal my power level here. Shit. Hideo Kojima. Mr. Jima. Saurus. I guess you could always ask AI, hey, exasperated. Infuriate, incense, maximized. Increase, boosted. Boosted is the word. That's the word I want. Okay. Maybe his gluttony was boosted by the power of demons. And he turned into a monster. Well, if you see the shield, I can even just show you. That's not true, is it? Like, if you look at the shield, he's always kind of looked like that. Okay, I'm not sure. I have a feeling that Old One just took him on as a demon. He was given power because of the Old One. Maybe his gluttony led him to killing a lot of people. Of people... which led to him becoming a demon himself. There are a lot of birds in Shrine of Storms, including the Adjudicators. Including the Adjudicator. The Adjudicator's master, the Golden Crow. So that's the Adjudicator. Soul and Demon Soul. Regeneration Miracle against the Pagan Adjudicator who devours humans. Next up is the Old Hero. And the Old Hero is kind of the ideal man in this shadow society. You got the Storm Piece, the Reaper, the Shadow Lurkers, the Phosphorescent Slugs. Yeah. Yes, the Hero, Demon Soul, Large Sword of Searching. The Old Hero is called the Searcher of Storms, and its soul brings the wielder good fortune in obtaining more items. Just got an Artorias figure. It's actually kind of sick. It's not too bad. I mean, most figures look kind of cheap unless you're willing to shelf the big bucks, but it looks kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. I also got a Bloodborne figure. Or it's not actually a Bloodborne figure, but it looks like one. Maybe I'll share a picture one time. The Old Hero is called the Searcher of Storms. Its soul brings the wielder good fortune in obtaining more items. Good fortune, second chance. Worship death and the dead. There's also this whole thing where they ritually like remove your... you can even see it in this image here that is... nice. Okay. They removed the lips for some reason. It seems like, yeah, it's a very shamanistic society. The Old Hero. Was one of the successful one of the successful bodies to reach the shrine. It was ritualistically mutilated. It's like this whole area has a fascination with death, you know? Ritualistically mutilated and prepped for, I don't know, accession to the gods. when we first stumble into him, is the first time that he awakens in a long time. In a sense, the people here have such in detail traditions. Yeah, traditions is the word. For death and second life. That it's ironic now. That ironically they got what they wanted. In the eternal life that they were granted. As skeletons and storm beasts. The Reaper as skeletons, spirits, and storm beasts. My theory is that they became a collection of souls became the storm beasts as well. Yeah, that's the old hero. I'm just gonna double check Blige's dialogue here. Or the sorcerers summon shadows. Well, I think someone may have trapped. I heard them. Yeah, pity the fool. This is where the ancient barbarians offer their honored heroes to the winds, to seek the winds in life and meet winds in death. That was the warrior's code. All that's left here now is a fine pile of dust. I've never been so wrong about a dig. I've disgraced the Blige line of grave robbers. How do you disgrace a line of grave robbers, dude? I don't get it. Anyway, so the storm, there's not much to say about the storm beasts. There's not really, they look like manta rays. They're kind of cool and weird. It's just that they have an eternal hate. That's the only thing that you can see. You know, forged from the soul of the demon storm. The demon storm king is actually the marrow of the storm beasts. These beasts take pleasure in the wielder's peril. And in these situations, the blaze attack powers are greatly increased. They just hate humanity for some reason. That's it. That's the only thing we know about them. This maker represents the power of God against tremendous malice. It is one of the greatest miracles, aiding those who are righteous. Yeah, that's the only thing that we know about the storm beasts. They hate humanity. So I don't know if that's actually true that they come back as storm beasts. Okay, I'll remove this section. I'll posit it as a theory, but I don't think it's actually true. The thing we know about the storm beasts is that they hate humanity. In terms of themes, well, it's all about ritualistic worship of death and the process. Almost like what the Egyptians did with their pharaohs. The ritualistic worship of death and the process of offering old heroes to the storm. And like what that led to for them in this new world. Like they practice mutilation, they adorn jewelry to them, and like, yeah, it's very, very interesting stuff. And Firestorm, cool. So that's that. Monk's head collar. What is this? Okay, this is a different wiki. Why do I just have Extra Life open? That's crazy. Okay. So that's Firestorm. And I don't know, that's all there is to this area actually. Again, if you really think about it, there's not much to these areas. The theming and the feel of it. If I go to Shrine of Storms right now, what can I see? Oh, actually you can see... Oh, okay, I forgot. The game is literally open for me right now. Like, I can see... Oh, he just looks like an old shriveled up man. It doesn't look like they cut the teeth at all. Well, okay. The actual game model doesn't look like they've cut the teeth. Or cut the lips off the character. But if you look at the monumental... Yeah, the image of the monumental... The archstone. Hold on. Let me see. Those archstones. If you actually look at the image... Open image. It does look like he's showing his teeth there. But in the actual game, it doesn't look like that. This is interesting. I don't know which one's intended. This was probably concept art, so that was probably what was intended. Lost in translation, probably. Realistically. Probably lost in translation. Open image in a new tab. Yeah. Yeah, very clearly you can see there that his teeth have been cut back. He looks like a corpse. Quite literally. I think that's the intention. However, I don't know. Junya Ikakako. Sorry, Junko Junya Tanaka, when he was building this, when he was modeling this, he forgot that little detail, or he just glossed over it. Probably. I just realized each one of these guys is carrying a little egg thing that has been removed. And I wonder if what they were supposed to be carrying are the archstones that we see in each area? Yeah, a little egg-shaped thing. Yeah, there's a little egg-shaped thing there. And then here too, the queen was holding one. That's a cool detail. I never thought about that. The queen was holding one. Okay, well, if you're gonna make a 3D model like this, it should be like the hands should be out and carrying the thing, but I understand why they did it that way. It doesn't make sense practically, but yes. Sure, it's fine. You got the Burrow King. Yeah, okay. I didn't. That's interesting. That's an interesting visual detail there. That they're all carrying an arm. That's probably why they're called archstones, because they're all carrying one. And they've, over time, all been removed, however. Yeah, you see they were supposed to all be carrying one. However, yeah, over time, the actual archstone has been removed. Interesting. It is a shame, though. I kind of wish we had the 6th area. I feel like it would have... The themes would have... I don't know. I wish we could know at least what they had planned to some degree. Like, if they had, like, written notes about what was going to happen there. We have some of the level design. But maybe not, like, the actual lore for what was going on there. Because then I feel like it would explain the story a little bit more. Yeah, it would be easier to explain the story a little bit more, but that's fine. I'm not fine, dude. Thanks for asking. I am not fine right now. I am not fine. I'm not having a good time. This screen is so fucking big, I wish I could play more games on it. Anyway, so... Let's just run through what I got for Shrine of Storms here. The main theme of Shrine of Storms is a continuation of Stonefang Tuggle. Utter devotion to a cause even after death. I don't really like, sure. Shrine of Storms is all about... is an area exploring the shamanistic... Exploring the shamanistic cultures of the people worshipped here, of the people living here. Shaman. You know, I can't say this joke. I can't say this joke. Okay, never mind. Utter devotion to a cause even after death. And their utter devotion to the cause even after death. Worship of fighting, storms, death, leading to endless fighting and unrest. Endless fighting and their unrest. Even after their deaths, these soldiers continue worship. This is an interesting point. I just don't think I should include it though. Yeah, I might remove this at some point. Endless fighting and unrest. Even after their deaths, these soldiers continue to both worship their dead and protect them. Worship their no one here is friendly. I mean, that's technically true, but it's not really relevant. What's weird and interesting about the Shrine of Storm... I'm just going to remove this. I actually don't need this. I don't need this sentence. Fuck that. What's weird about Shrine of Storms is the idea that the Shadowmen worship fighting and death itself. In of itself. I feel like I need a lead up here. I need to talk about something else. Annoying skeleton enemies. Flying beasts. Above. Annoying skeleton enemies, flying beasts above. All manner of creeps and ghouls. Flying storm beasts above. What else is there? There's the annoying skeleton enemies, there's the flying beasts. A theming for... Is it theme? Yeah, okay. Okay, it's theming. But it's pronounced theming. A theming... for winds and birds. Because you gotta remember, Sparkly the Crow is here as well. And she's a bird. Theming for winds and birds. This area is very ritualistic. High emphasis on rituals. Rituals of worship. Probably the best area for getting spells and weapons. Rituals and worship. Huh. What do I say here? Flying storm beasts above, a theming for winds and birds. This area has a high emphasis on rituals and worship. I just want to talk about the gameplay of this area. Probably the best area for soul farming. And has some of the best weapons in the game. But also probably... But also another scathing critique of worship. The interesting thing about the Shrine of Storms... The interesting thing about Shrine of Storms is the idea that the Shadow Men worship fighting itself, fighting in death in of itself, to the point they live on forever as skeletons fighting to the death. Nobody actually dies here. The skeletons we fight are likely the bodies of people that were rejected by the Adjudicator. A gluttonous mass that judged the dead before being honored within the shrine's walls. It is unclear if the Adjudicator existed before the Plague of the Demons or was given power because of the Old One. Maybe his gluttony led to him... Okay, LED. Killing a lot of people, which led to him becoming the demon. Led to him killing a lot of people, which also led to him to becoming a demon himself. Becoming a demon himself. The barbarians of Shrine Storms used to worship the storm itself and the birds that lived in it. However, when the Old One brought the demons to life, they became sadistic in a way, preying on the residents and taking the pleasure in that pain. However, when the Old One brought the demons to life, and the flying creatures that lived within it. However, when the Old One brought the demons to life, they became sadistic in the way. The storm beasts... started preying on the residents, taking pleasure on that pain. In their pain, till all that was left were skull and bones. And even in death, these warriors were not left to peace. Their souls and bodies were continuously resurrected to torment those that still clung to life, until nothing living was left on that island, other than storm beasts flying high above. It seems the souls of the dead... I don't know if this is true anymore. I kind of disagree with this, but I'll just mention it. It is unclear what the storm beasts actually are. Other than Lovecraftian manta ray animals. Perhaps a manifestation? The only thing we know... Yeah, the only thing we know... is that they are very cruel creatures who delight in the pain of human beings. Delight in causing others pain. The only thing we know for sure is that they are cruel creatures who delight in causing others pain. They don't kill to eat. They kill for the fun of it. That's all we really know about them. It is unclear what the storm beasts actually are, other than Lovecraftian manta ray inspired animals. Manta ray inspired animals. Perhaps a manifestation of this, of the Shadowman's love of the storm. Or even transformed bird creatures. Or even birds who transformed, whose form was warped. Through the power of the Old One. The only thing we know for sure is that they're cruel creatures who delight in causing others pain. They don't kill to eat, they kill for the fun of it. They don't kill to eat, they don't kill for souls, they kill for the fun of it. They kill for the fun of it. Or even birds whose form was warped. Souls of the dead manifesting as the storm itself, as beasts in the storm, or maybe even birds. Or maybe even birds whose form was warped and transformed through the power of the Old One. The only thing we know for sure is that they are cruel creatures who delight in causing others pain. They don't kill to eat, they kill for souls. They kill for the fun of it. There was seemingly some kind of conflict between the Shadowmen and the Storm Beast, which you can see in the pile of Storm Beast bodies in 4-2. Likely a large war. A long war between the two factions before the Storm Beast ultimately won. And it's clear the Storm King has and ruled the land, trolling it. For any stray souls, they collect these souls to give to their master, the Storm King. In a sense, the Old One granted the Shadowmen's dream. Storm Beasts hate humanity. The Old Hero was one of the successful bodies. Was one of the few successful bodies. I feel like I should first talk about the Shadowmen again. The Shadowmen had very detailed detailed is the word. It's not detailed, it's thesaurus. Comprehensive, yes. And very detailed and comprehensive rituals relating to death. And prepping a body to be sent to the gods. To the storm gods. The Old Hero was one of the few successful bodies to reach the Shrine of Storms, and was ultimately mutilated and prepped for ascension to the gods. prepped for ascension. When you first stumble into his arena, it is the first time. When we first stumble into his arena, we awaken him. After a long time in rest. We awaken him from his long slumber. In a sense, the people here have such detailed traditions for death and second life among the storms that they ironically got what they wanted. I want to take a look at the old hero one more time. Adorned with jewels and mutilated, and his body's mutilated. With jewels and a mutilated body. The old hero stumbles around, unable to see. Unable to see you, the player. Not exactly a kosher existence. Blind and unable to see you. The people here have had such detailed traditions around death. Traditions and rituals around death. And second life. And the storms. And ironically, it seems they got what they wanted. The old one granted them their wish. For eternal life. They live on as skeletons and spirits. Skeletons and spirits. Spirits and maybe even as storm beasts. Terrorizing those who yet live. To die and become immortal as skeletons who continue to fight infinitely in unending wars and battles. That is Shrine of Storms. That is the Shrine of Storms. Themes. Ritualistic worship of death in the process of offering old heroes to the storm. Their bodies are mutilated. and jeweled in the same way that you would... that an ancient medieval pharaoh would be. An ancient Egyptian pharaoh, yeah. So enamored were they on death. Enamored. On the concept of ascension in death. Their bodies are mutilated and jeweled in the same way that an Egyptian pharaoh would be. So enamored were they on the concept of ascension and death that the old one granted them their wish. Tortured souls who are never given any rest. Death. Who are never given any rest in death. And then we talk about the Valley of Defilement, which is probably one of my more favorite areas. Another one of my favorite areas, yeah. The theme of Valley Defilement is finding good in the worst places in the world, innocence in the grossest, ickiest, and most vile places in the world. Appearances can be deceiving. The worst monsters in our world are not the ones that look like them. The worst monsters in the world are not the ones that look like monsters. Even the seemingly worst of our world, and maybe even, deserve some compassion. Can be saved and maybe even deserve some compassion. I feel like I've already talked about Valley of Defilement, but let's get into it here. Wriggling Demon Soul. There's nothing really to say here. It's just Cloud of Poison. Cures poison. It's because Countersign, I get the poison disease that is accumulated in the Filthy Valley floor. The Filthy Woman, what does she have to say? Apparently she has a child, but you never see the child. I don't know if it's a real child. My poor child is hungry. And she's a demon to boot. Doesn't surprise me. Hey, I know you. Won't you buy something? My child is sick. He needs your help. This place, it's a proper mound of rubbish. All the rotten in the world, living or not, ends up here. I thank the stars I still have my boy. Ever since that demon witch came here, everything has turned foul. All the men worship her like she's the Virgin Mary. It's fucking crazy. The Virgin Mary? There's Christianity. There's Christianity in Demon Souls? I feel like this is an error. This should not be... Yeah, this is a localization error. This should not be like a... This implies that Christianity exists in Demon Souls. Oh, fuck. What does that imply? That implies that miracles are actually Christianity. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The same men who had snatched my child away from me. This is a much better place before she came. I was the apple of every man's eye. You're here to rid of us, aren't you? Well, don't show any mercy. There's not much to really glean from this, other than she just hates. She hates Estrella. That's all we know. Use my breath on you. Did that witch send you to warn me? Erased your penny pitcher. Just let the children of the poor die. Is that it? Even beggars can fight back, you scurvy rat. Hey, there's Selin. Garl, does he have dialogue? He has some dialogue. No, he doesn't. Never mind. Well, no, he has some dialogue. It's just not here. He has some dialogue. Garl, Vinland. He has some dialogue. I just don't know where it is. Affects Your Life should have it. Yeah, there he is. You won't turn back, will you? I shall not. I shall let no harm come to dear Estrella. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp. How dare you possess and intruding our heaven? You abandoned us long ago. What right do you have? We live humble lives. Leave us be. Acid melt the flesh from your bones, dear Estrella. I have failed you. If he kills you, ye covetous one, let it be known. We shall defend our heart and home to the death. Okay, there's no dialogue in this one. That sucks. Number one simp, biggest simp of the world. And you got Maiden Estrella, the Depraved Ones, the Plague Babies. They're crazy, man. These are fucking insano. Insano. Really, really dark. Really dark. They drop 4.5% for a Stone of Ephemeral Eyes, though. Not bad. Pretty good, actually. Kinda good. You got the mosquito. These fucking mosquitoes, man. 0.9% for chunks. It's so hard to fucking get those Marrow Stone. Crazy work. Anyway. It was a different time back then. 2009. 2009, they thought we would just like sit there and fucking eat everything. Have I not been... Can you hear me? Has I... So is this working? Shit, what's going on here? Hello? Oh man, my audio has been fucked up this whole time. Shit happens. Okay, I should be a little louder now. Damn. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Because I opened 2 instances of Reaper, that's why that happened. That sucks. Sucks to suck. Well, it's fine. It's not like I'm doing much with this stream anyway. This was a large number of ways to get. You can get poison or plague. There's no magic sources in the world. There are some slugs of 5-2. Attack does minor magic damage. Any strong physical shield. The fire longsword 1. Yeah, I feel like yeah, if you used fire in this area, that would be kind of sick though. That'd probably be pretty good. Selin Vinland, she has some waifu alert. She has some very interesting dialogue about this area. But no. You are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Selin of the West. I seek my brother Gar Vinland, the knight who accompanied us, Saint Estrella, on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I may share with him the last words of our father. Have you met that herb-peddling woman? She claims Saint Estrella is herself a demon. That woman has no reason to lie. Surely she must be mistaken. I find something odd about this. So I think the reason that the knights come here is because they're chasing Estrella. Because they heard she comes here. They just don't know what she did here, though. I find something odd about this place. It brims with grime, but it once feels strangely pure. And the question is that Estrella's influence that makes this place pure? Or is that... yeah, so the knights come to this lovely place. Either to do good deeds, or the temple knights come. Or what's their, it's not saint, it's like faith warrior or something. Souls classes. Can I remove that thing though? Oh shit. Could be anything. Is it? Man, I shouldn't be doing this. Anyway, so yeah, there's the different classes. There's the thief, magician, temple knight, soldier, royalty, hunter. Really? That's it? Priests. Yes, the priests come here in particular. At the Kierden set, the temple knights. Okay. The priests and temple knights come here. Either to do good deeds or to chase Estrella's influence. Okay, so we got Estrella, and then I will throw... Well, I want to talk about the themes first, and then I'll talk about Estrella. The priests and the temple knights come to this lovely place either to do good deeds or to chase maiden Estrella's influence. So now I think about it, maybe you guys wanna be here and watch the Candle Maiden. Okay, I can't see her, but why is she so dark in comparison to everyone else? Alright, the game's not perfect. She's slightly floating above in the air, but you know, that's how it is. Come to this lovely place either to do good deeds or to chase Estrella's influence. Either to cleanse it, do good deeds, or to chase Estrella's influence. I just picked up the Saint set. I wonder if there's any lore tidbits on the Saint set. I don't think so. White clothes, especially for high-ranking saints. Worn when making appearances to teach or perform holy works while traveling. The worn fabric is made from many layers of cloth bundled together. Yeah. Either to cleanse it, spread the word of God. God help the people. Or to chase Estrella's influence. Yeah. The priests and temple knights often come to this lovely place. To cleanse it, spread the word of God, and help the people here. In maybe even to chase Estrella's influence. Spread the word of God, help the people here, or maybe even to chase Estrella. Estrella herself, who is rumored to be here. Rumored to have disappeared in the valley. The theme of Vow of Defilement is finding good in the worst places in the world, innocence in the grossest, ickiest, and most defiled places. I need a different way to say this, places in the world. I wish I could just pull up AI. I can do that. Most defiled. And the grossest, ickiest, and most defiled. Most defiled areas in the world. Regions. In the most defiled slums. Appearances can be deceiving. The worst monsters in our world are not the ones that look like them. The worst monsters in our world are not the ones that look like them. That look like monsters. Even the seemingly worst of our worlds can be saved and maybe even deserve some compassion. Just a small showing of compassion can go a long way. There's Sullen here, traveling where, and then you get the crest, and then you show it to her. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. What the fuck do you mean by this? That's crazy. Okay. Ask, but can you heart with this crest? Oh, and then you got Estrella herself. She has some dialogue. So she's like literally holding the demon soul in her hands. Kind of cool. Go forth, Gorviland. May you be unharmed. Leave us, slayer of demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly. This is our home. We have done no harm to you. Dear God, have mercy. Is not your abandonment of us punishment enough? How long must we weather this cruel fate? Cruel Lord, what more can you possibly take from us? Dear Lord, you are too cruel. You have abandoned us. Is that not punishment enough? If you talk to her while Garl is alive, please leave quietly, lest you face the wrath of my loyal follower. You killed Garl. You killed him, didn't you? Very well, I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul. Top 10 moments in a Souls game, by the way. I shall let no harm come to dearest Estrella. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp. Ye covetous ones, let it be known, we shall defend our hearts and homes to the death. Top 10 moments in the Souls game. It gives you this feeling of like, Jesus Christ. Alright. Sorry. Moving on. The Sword of True Nobility. Oh, in the Highlands. Interesting. High-ranking women in the Highlands. Oh yeah, this armor set is actually from this area. Okay, I didn't think about that. Did not realize that. I want to roll here, man. Kind of want to keep going, but you know, maybe I don't. So our true nobility endowed with the essential power that humans are born with, which increases its attack power. Luck. There's something about that. I don't know. Luck is an inherent power of humanity. I don't know what that means, but that's something to note. I feel like the game, maybe there's some commentary there that the game is trying to pull up. I don't really know for sure. Holy shit, look at that. Weapon upgrade chart. Do I need this anymore? I actually don't think I do, but it's okay, whatever. Death Cloud. It is natural that those who take in all that is impure, are themselves the most impure of all. So she became the most impure. Another fully recover another by touching them. Though Astrea is the most impure demon of all, her works are equal to those of divine beings. You get this from? You get this from Yuria. Okay, well I haven't unlocked Yuria yet, so I guess it doesn't matter. Resurrection spell. The spell is a countersign of the corrupted former Saint, Astrea. Okay, well that's Valley. I have the Istarel, don't I? Could probably look at that.
Oh,
Well, the unique weapon in Shrine of Storms was the Makoto. Since fatally wet to a sword by a famous sword. The Makoto, ill-rumored sword mentioned in folklore. It is named for a giant in a distant country. When its unique long blade meets skin, it tears apart into a wound that is said that will never heal. It is a cursed weapon that devours the wielder's life energy, but despite this, the warriors continue to be drawn to this katana. Again, there's like, these guys are vaguely suicidal, I'm not gonna lie. The shaman men. Vaguely suicidal. Blind is Selen's blade, widely known along with the courage of the Dol Gold Knights Selen Vinland. It is one of Vinland's treasures. You pass through the shield's defenses. There's all these Keelage. These are the catalysts. The Istarel, a short spear made of hard oak, is covered with engravings and is one of the few revelations from God. Once belonged to the Holy Knight Liziah. His holiness increases the wielder's resistance of plague and poison. Mirden. Mird, now long lost, is the name of the area where the first temples were built, so this weapon holds a special meaning among priests. Damn. That's the only... well... damn, okay, that's the only game. That's the only one that has that extra description, hey? Is there anything else about... well, you have the Gloom helmet, which is from Latria. Or its chief characteristic. Portia is complete high level adhesion. The black iron robes the wearer of his or her body heat, causing them to shiver and breathe out cold air. who appeared just before the demons ran rampant in Baltaria and integrated themselves with the King Alon, oppressed the masses with sly grins. This hat is said to have been resented by the masses as a hateful reminder to them. Dark silver helmet from Finland. The impressive parietal design represents the sacred tree of both houses. Is heaviness slightly? Nothing to say about. Also, a dubious heretical shaman begs to store knickknacks attached all over, some sort of fell towel was stuck to it. Old ragged robes. Back leather, without hiding the wearer's movement. They are especially good at resisting poisons. Dark silver. Dark silver is known to be the oldest metal in the land, and it is said to exercise malice. Gloom armor. So, Garl's armor set. How did you get his armor set? Crest of Vinland. He also drops Brand. A dreadfully large, crude iron hammer, one of Vinland's family treasures, said to have bent to its shape by an old killer of giants. Increases resistance to plague and poison, but impossible to wield properly. Anyone of ordinary strength, even when grasped with both hands. Okay, I don't think that, yeah, there's nothing really to mention here. Secret daggers and shit. Latria has this thing going on too that they have a lot of assassins. So Latria wasn't exactly a great place. It was clearly a bit of a high court area. High court area full of assassins is clearly a bit of a high court, complete with its own political schemes. And hidden underground societies. Like the one for the gold mask that... Do I have here? I haven't picked it up yet. For the rogue set. Yeah, rogue's gloves. White claws of high-ranking saints worn... Oh no, it's the wrong one. Rogue's gloves. Reserve gloves woven with throne equipment of a mass society who meets in secret to discuss the harnessing of souls. Like the one that Mephistopheles belongs to. What is Mephistopheles a reference to? Is a devil in the Legend of Faust who tempts others into deals and can also be described a crafty, powerful, cynical person. Okay, he was a demon. I see. In his story, in one of his stories. Assassins and secret societies. Its own political schemes and hidden assassins and secret societies. And secret societies, like the one Mephistopheles belongs to. I'm gonna have to do something about this because this is not really relevant to anything I was talking about before, but it is something to mention about Latria that, yeah, it was a bit of a... not a great place. Not exactly a great place. We got this Sword of Moonlight. Moonlight Knight Beto. Beto is such a weird name, but okay. It's one of the few revelations from God. I see. Where's my Software Art Iron? It's heavier than the standard straight sword, but has a lighter attack power. Jerry's Stiletto? I think we got Jerry's Stiletto in Stonefang, which is interesting. Considering that, you know, they don't fucking do anything with magic in Stonefang. Steals a little bit. The EP Rapier. This is by the Mass Society who meets us here to discuss the 106 souls. It is imbued with a strong magical flame. For one reason, the victim... oh, it has fire damage, and it scales. It scales with faith, I think? I think that's faith? Or is that magic? I think it scales with magic. No, that's magic. Okay. Which is one of the reasons why these vicious people are so feared. The Estoc Rapier. Yes, they work well against metal armor and hard scales, but are easily parried and have difficulty breaking through enemies' guards. You got all of these fucking axes. Meat cleaver. Great club. Favored by soldiers of the church. Got Brampt here, the Iron Knuckles. Love this weapon, and sometimes let loose and slug it out. Go crazy, Moan. This was in Latria, by the way. Yeah, it's full of hidden weapons and assassins. By the King's spies. Hands of God. There was once a strong man who slaughtered dragons with his bare hands. His godlike fists earned him the title of the legendary Big M. War Scythe. Got a bunch of bows. Gargoyle crossbow. Stone gargoyles. Apparently they are. Okay, so they are stone. Attack by increase according to the wielder's magic strength. Oh shit, it has scaling. That's crazy. Okay, the crossbows usually don't have scaling. It's impossible for a human to handle. It is extremely long range. It's also a center of magic, Latria. Again, I don't know if this is important to mention, but it is something. Latria was also a place of learning, where the soul arts were researched, and the art of magic was explored in depth. Here is where you'll find both small magic crafts for making magic easier to use. as well as hidden blades. Hidden blades and deadly poison to kill your enemy secretly. That's in Latria. Modern Catalyst. You see how involved my fucking process is? It's crazy. Especially if the game is this long and there's just so many details to keep in mind. I really have to... Or I feel personally like I have to sit here and really go through things. Pair this with a rapier. Got the heater shield. I never even use shields, so I don't think about this. Legend of Southern Boletaria. It is a shield of a legendary hero who used it with his matching rune sword. Apparently there's multiple of them, though. Dark Silver is said to purify Dark Malice. It protects the user from all types of shields, of spells. Yeah, again, there's that idea that silver is a more holy metal, whereas gold is... Yeah, there's that idea. That silver is a more holy color. Is a more divine color or metal, whereas gold is corrupted. Marshbush was shield, Balturn royal family. I think that's it that side. Let me look at my own stuff. What do I have? There's a bunch of souls, a brass telescope, comparative advanced region of southern Boletaria. Okay, the katana is a weapon from a distant land. Sticky white stuff still makes me laugh. Waste product of a magical slug that bathed in fluorescent water. Stone of ephemeral eyes. An eye stone which has deteriorated more than halfway. It resurrects the user's body. I think that's the archstone. Yeah, it's the same model. Can only be used in soul form. Once you use it, crumbles away and is lost. By mix of various ingredients, because of the sharp smell and often unsavory brewers, it has been prohibited in some regions. Who died of plague during their burial. This flower was fastened to the corpse of those who died in plague during their burial, but later it became an emblem of the people claimed by the disease. In Baltarian war ceremonies, it passed to the soldiers going into battle with a semi-symbolic meaning. Not that you ever get blood in this game, if you play well. It's quite hard to actually... Anyway, so there's the Northern Regalia here. Of its origin even in Boletaran family lore, but it is said to have been left in the world along with the old one for malicious purposes. Magic sword Makoto. I don't know why I'm carrying the Makoto around. I'm literally never going to use it, but you know. Actually, we're in the deposit menu. Just throw it in there. I don't need the Makoto. Blessed Mace +1, I don't need that. Blue blood, I mean, it's kind of nice to have the blue blood sword. Why do I have the Talisman of God? It's crazy. I don't need that. Just the different types of arrows. The traditionally depicted witch's hat actually seems to have been worn by the genuine article. Anyway, it isn't used for good. Okay, there's nothing else to really talk about here. Ring of Avarice? It was a symbol of wealth and debauchery. And slaying enemies. And it was very much a high court, so you find all the avarice there as well. The nobles, hoarded souls and gold and silver for themselves. Until the old monk came back. And threw this high court back to the and brought this high court back to the ground. Hoarded gold and jewels for themselves. May the accursed, once used to mark criminals, bear this right, potentially pelted with stones and spat upon. Increase attack power as a phantom. This mysterious ring supports camaraderie with others, but since barriers errors war in the other worlds as aided by them. This is the wish of the last monumental. Foe's ring makes a matching set with this ring. How do you get the foe's ring? Reward from Mephistopheles for killing Yuria the Witch, I see. For Mephistopheles increases attack power with Black Phantom, the mysterious ring supports treachery against others. Its bearer raids warriors in other worlds and devours their souls. Friends, ring was a matching set to this ring. Damage from direct hits increases while damage from all other attacks decreases. I don't know what the fuck direct hits are. Is that supposed to be like if you parry someone? Is that what that is in this game? It's crazy. Held by Lord Riddell, known as Little Lant. There's also the Clever Rat's ring, which forms a matching set. That kind of symbolizes to me that Lord Riddell is actually kind of royalty. I mean, they call him Lord Riddell. So it's almost like he's Alon's brother or nephew or something like that. Legend says that cursed witches are born holding it. The natives of savage lands avoid it at all costs.
You have a heart.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let him take it from you. Okay. Alright, I think that is it for today. I'm gonna call it there. Power of humanity. I don't understand what that means, but there is something there. But it's hard to find compassion for anything in this area. The depraved ones are shambling. They're not corpses. They're shambling zombies. Utterly devoted to Astrea. Chasing you without any regard for their own lives. Hoping that they can steal your souls to give to maiden Astrea. To their maiden Astrea. Right, I'm going to talk about the area a little bit, and then we'll do that. Yeah, sounds good. This is getting quite long. 16 pages, roughly 16 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Cannot complain about that. Okay, guys, I will catch you guys later. I'm getting tired here, and yeah, matane. Bye bye. Thanks for joining me while I having the patience while I do this. I know it's not exactly that interesting, but hey. I'm really enjoying this. Alrighty, I'll catch you in the next one. Matane.